So I'm in a hotel in Malaysia, near my hometown. Here it is. And you'll notice that there's 2 beds, but I'm here alone, and that's why I'm recording. Let me tell you the time and date. It is 5:30 p.m. We're gonna go for dinner at 6 p.m. And it's currently 24th January 2025. Let me show you that on my laptop so you know that I'm not lying. It's Malaysian time. I can show you even more data. See, it's 5:34 Kuala Lumpur, Singapore. Anyhow, here I am with my permed hair. I actually permed my hair. I know it's not like the manliest thing to do, but it's very, very trendy to perm your hair in Malaysia. And from an ROI standpoint, because I live in England normally, you don't really perm your hair around it. You don't, that's not a thing you do. And so because I'm coming back to Malaysia for a short while, I thought, why not try a perm? Because it's cheaper, extremely cheaper in Malaysia than in, I don't know, London, Japanese hairstylist. So I decided to give it a try, and because my hair is getting longer and longer, I thought it would look pretty good, and I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's not like those perms you see online with the crazy frizzy hair, the ramen looking ass hair. But yeah, anyways, what I was gonna say is I've been journaling a lot. And actually, let me just go back to my desk because I need to show you my journal. Basically, I come back to Malaysia, and because I have this can sound so egotistical, but because I have a slightly different way of thinking than others, than normal, like 99%, not 99, 80% of people probably, I have this like, what's the highest efficiency route? What's the most ROI route? I gotta work. If I'm not working for like 3 or 4 days, if I'm not hitting gym for 3 or 4 days, not to mention a fucking month. I'm staying in Malaysia for like three weeks. That's almost a month. Then I slowly start to lose myself. I slowly start to lose my self-esteem, and maybe that's because those things. There's some construction there. Sorry if you hear that, but maybe it's because I attach my self-esteem to those things, and I don't know. Maybe I have to do some fucking ayahuasca psychedelic retreat to access my inner chakras to attach my self-esteem to just being alive. But you know, I'm a young man. I'm 17. Might as well, you know, explore the world a little bit before I do anything woo-woo like that. But yeah, here's a document. What I wanted to make this video about was just documenting my life right now, so that when I look back, I can see how I did things. So I can show the world that I'm not an overnight success. I don't have a billionaire dad. I didn't get money. I'm not like some fucking the son of a tycoon, whatever they say. But yeah, you may be wondering how I was how if that's not true, then why am I in a fucking hotel all by myself? That's because it's quite a cheap hotel. It's the place I'm in is a very rural place, and this is a very new hotel that's been built there, and so I'm only staying here for like 3 nights, and plus my mum earns England money, and her friend also wanted to treat me to this new hotel, so here I am. I'm grateful to not be the poorest of the poor, not in poverty or anything, but I do have desires, and what's the word for it? Inconveniences, of which I'm working to get rid of. So here's my thoughts. Let me just briefly show you this page. Hopefully I'm not showing you too much like sensitive stuff that is in journals, with diaries. Let me just fucking eat that. Yep, there we go. Thoughts. Those are some thoughts. Let me read you them. how to actually spend time with my family in Malaysia. How do I actually like spend time with them? That's like a thought most people never thought of. Like how do you ever get this like really good conversation out with someone, or maybe you haven't met your bro in ages and you just hit it off and you have amazing chemistry right away, or maybe you're talking to a really pretty girl and she likes you as well, and you're talking and walking and it's escalating. How do you get that type of presence and speciality in a conversation with your family? And how do you spend time with them with like this full attention with them, not like scrolling on your phone, not like daydreaming, just sitting next to them? How do you actually have a soul connection interaction with them? And so that's something I'm thinking about, because my grandma's getting old. That's one of the people I want to get a very good connection with, and I've actually been thinking about, should I make like a video interview? Should I interview her with my phone camera and then have that as like an interview things to like remember her by? And speaking on my grandma and her getting older, that's actually one of the reasons pushing me towards working harder and wanting to get financially free. That's because I want to show her before she goes, make her proud. Because there's one saying that she said to me once when we were by a friend's new house. My grandma just turned around to me and said, "Benji, you'll get a big house than this, right?" Now, obviously it didn't come out with that tone and she didn't speak in English, but it just hit me in the heart, and I remembered that till now. And that was probably like 2 years ago. And that's just like something I remember about her now. That's just stayed in my head ever since. And yeah, it's actually one of the thoughts that I wrote down here as well. But yeah, anyways, the second thought is filming in this hotel. Should I film here? Because recently my ambitions have gone a separate way. I used to want to be this like self-improvement YouTuber, but then I thought about it. Is that really what I want to be known as for the rest of my life? Because if I make it big in this industry of the internet or whatever, in a self-improvement, like polarity, like aggressive Andrew Tate type of person, not that that's not for anyone, not that you can't do that, but is that really what I want to do right away? Is that what I want to be known for? Because once you do something on the internet, it stays there forever, right? And so people can just look back into your past and see that that's you. Is that really what I want to be known as? Is that what my dent in the world will be? And so my recent ambitions have changed to something more film-based. I'm getting interested into filming a lot, and so I was just writing down the thought, should I film in this hotel? Next thing is, I know probably shouldn't read you this whole list because my phone storage is nearly out, but I'm kind of enjoying this, so I'll just continue for now. How you act when things are good relates to how you act when things are bad. That's quote. I am deeply unfulfilled in not paying for stuff. Yeah, that's one of another thing. This is such a inconvenience. This is such a thing that happens every single time. It's torturing me. Recently, it's been torturing me so much, and I'm 17. I look like young 20s with my physique and all. I know you don't have like a good grasp of my physique and whatever, but for Malaysia's average height, I'm pretty fucking tall. Not like tall, but like just taller than the average. And not to mention, bruv, I haven't seen a buff dude or a even more buffer than me dude ever since I came out of the airport, and I've been here for 3 days. Maybe I just haven't been noticing, but that's the thing. No one really has time in Malaysia, and especially in my town in Malaysia, to go to the gym because everyone's just busy with work, or I don't know, drinking tea, spending time in mamak dangs, what you call it in Malaysian slang, which is just like a coffee shop basically. And yeah, every time just when my uncle or my mum drives me around, and they pay for my stuff, and they pay for my dinner, pay for everything, and it's in this weird ass I'm in this weird ass gray zone at 17 where I kind of want to be making money and providing and also buying my own stuff so that people don't have to take care of me, but then I'm not there yet. And bruv, weird. I don't have the articulacy or the eloquency of words to describe that as of now, but it's such a weird feeling. It's a gray zone. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, just buying my food, buying whatever I have to wear, it's nice. I'm grateful that they all buy it for me, but deep down inside I have this feeling of inadequacy. I have this feeling of irresponsibility that I should be paying for my own fucking shit. I'm 17 years old and I'm turning 18, and that's actually another thing, turning 18. That's kind of scary. Okay, I realized that probably wasn't the best footage you've seen, and you probably clicked off the video by now, but if you're still here, just realize that I changed the angle up because this is actually a film thing. If you have the camera too close, it's breaking into someone's intimate zone. That's also a psychology thing I learned from Vanessa Van Edwards. Yeah, in a Diary of a CEO podcast. And it's basically, if you're just too close on camera on a Zoom call or whatever with someone, it gives them the nerves sort of. Here you are at an arm's length, so now you're having a conversation with me actually. So the next thought after being deeply unfulfilled and not paying for my own shit or my own meals is, why is my default state not a Chad winner, Iman Ghazi child prodigy, grinder, wise kid? Why is my default state not that? Because I feel that whenever I work a lot, whenever actually, that's another thing. I should probably be all the way over here with my cup of tea in the golden ratio. I'm slow with the film stuff. Sorry. But yeah, why I moved up here is because I wanted to show you my hands. That's actually another signal. You gotta show your hands on camera, or you gotta show your hands with people. You don't want your hands in your pockets because that's a dangerous sign. When you're approaching your fellow caveman, you don't want to be hiding your hands behind your back because, I don't know, you might have a rock or some shit. And so obviously I'm gonna show you my hands now because I don't want you to freak out and I want you to not be bored. So I feel that whenever I'm not working my hardest, whenever I'm not in a regimented routine of waking up, say 7 a.m. and then working for 4 hours, or just not in the momentum of work, I feel that I slowly descend back into this state of being okay with losing, being okay with complacency, being okay with self-betrayal. So, for example, this morning, I could have woken up at 4 a.m. What I'm trying to say is my time with the jet lag and everything, it was still fucked up, and I slept until 4 a.m. but my eyes were like bright opened. I could basically wake up at that point, but I chose to sleep instead because I was like, I should probably get more sleep, even though I know the fact that if you wake up and you feel like kind of refreshed and I even talked to my mum because she was here to sleep on the second bed. That sleep after you've gotten your night's sleep of like, let's say you add 3 more hours to your sleep, to your time in bed, after you've woken up and like had a conversation with someone, had a few minutes pass, those 3 hours of sleep aren't going to be deep and they aren't going to be restorative, as I've heard from a podcast like Matt Walker or some shit. Don't quote me on that, it might not be correct, but at least I feel that it's not deep restful sleep. And my point was with the default state was, if I was in a motivational momentum state, routine, working every single day, working really hard, productive, routine, I probably would have woke up at 4 a.m. if I really was motivated, like momentum, work, in that type of flow, in that type of state, you know what I mean? But then because I'm on holiday, right, I just got off the plane, staying with family, ate a bunch of shit. I know this isn't the best example, but it's just, why is my default state back to being like a just self-betrayal, just laziness, just complacency, just not working hard, not seeking like opportunities to work hard. Like if I have 30 minutes to wait for a train, why don't I just whip out my phone and start like, I don't know, looking at stocks or some shit? Why do I just sit there and daydream, or maybe rock up some random thing that I thought of on my head on my phone on Google? Why don't I have a default state of a winner? Maybe that's just my perfectionist. Maybe that's just me trying to be perfect. And maybe that doesn't exist. But maybe it does, and on the off chance that it does, if I acquire that, won't I be like 10 times more successful? Do you get what I mean? Conundrum. Number 4. Feelings of my occasional slack, catching up on my years of hard work. Now, I used to be very disciplined, and I think that was because I had a lot of fuel of hate, like hate fuel. I hated my life at one point. I hated the fact that I got picked on at school or whatever. I hated a bunch of things about my life at that one point, and I just decided to snap. It wasn't like a snap cool ass movie moment where I just become Rocky or whatever and train super hard. It was a gradual, I'm gonna get more discipline. Like, oh shit, I found self-improvement. Oh shit, I found meditation. All right, let's go. And eventually I built up to a peak of very discipline, and I sustained that for a very long time, still going up. But now I feel as if I'm kind of going like this. I feel like this is such a personal thing, but it's kind of like a slow descent with me grasping it back up, pulling it back up with my discipline. And I'm scared that this slack, this slow descent, or occasional periods or tendencies of slacking or not working, for example, the 30 minutes, or maybe I'm waiting for an hour and I could open up my laptop and do something, but instead, I don't know, I just walk around or whatever. You get the point, right? Just one of those like waiting periods. I could be doing something better, but I'm not. I'm scared that those occasional slacking periods will catch up on my years of hard work. Another thing is, this will probably make the point make more sense, and it's the fitness, the physical aspect. I'm scared because only recently, at least back in England, I actually missed leg day for the first time in the past few weeks. I never used to skip leg day, but I missed it for the first few times. Then, as Atomic Habits, if you read the book, says, missing a habit for the first time or the second time, it will slowly change your mind in a way to make you feel that it's okay to stop doing that habit. And the habit in question in this scenario is doing leg day and going to leg day regardless of how you feel. And so I skipped leg day for the first time in a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks back, after, 3 years of being in the gym and never skipping leg day once. And I'm scared that things like that, because they've been happening to me recently, I'm scared that things like that will catch up in my physique and how I talk to people, my self-esteem, the way I conduct myself. I'm scared. I'm scared of that, because right now I'm regarded in a lot of people's minds as a Chad type character, a smart thinker, the meme, you're not the thinker. What I'm trying to say, bro, I just had a brain fart. That was crazy. I'm gonna address that real quick. Fuck me. I don't know why this happens with me doing videos like this. I just speak very fast and I kind of get pent up. So let me just recuperate myself for a second. Maybe because I'm not breathing or some shit. Maybe because I'm scared you're gonna click away. Yeah. That's pretty much what I wanted to say with that thought. What was the thing about the thinker again? What was I saying? I will talk about it another time. I'm sure I'll think of it. But I do want to say that I am grateful for all of this. I am grateful that my mind is thinking of all of this, and that I am grateful for all of these problems. So I am grateful that I can identify all of these problems, that I don't just go about in my day living with these problems, living with the emotion of sadness or depression from having these problems and not writing them down so that I can see them and fix them. I'm grateful for this mind that I have to think of the most efficient way to spend time with my family, the first thing we talked about. That's enough of what. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That, and throughout writing all of these thoughts, and I haven't told you some other thoughts because they're quite personal, but at the end of all of this journaling, I did write down like the main goals, the solutions to these problems. And yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say. I'm 17. It's New Year 2025. I'm in Malaysia. I wish you the best of luck, future Benji. I hope you achieve all the things that I wanted to achieve. I hope you're in a safe place. I hope you retired your mum. I hope your grandma lives a long life. Maybe you get a personal private chef for her to cook her the most nutritious meals because she's fussy about what she eats. Maybe you've helped your uncle open up an antique shop. That would be sick. That would be crazy. Maybe you helped your mum open up a restaurant. small-time restaurant. Maybe you're supporting all the people that supported you up the way. Maybe you're paying for your own dinner, you're paying for your own stuff. Maybe you found a way to access the default states, the default state of being a winner. That's crazy. That would be so good. Thank you. If you achieved those things, thank you. If you went down another path and you're happy anyway, and your family's happy, fair enough. In a bit.